a run to the library, and a visit to the App Store. There are times that search engines will not be enough for your research. If you are working on a special subject, you will need to head to the library and dive deep. You can also sign up to your library's online services and tap into a wealth of knowledge from the comfort of your own home. Imagine you're working on a historical story. Where better to go and check out the archives than a library that holds the newspapers from the time and offers books on the subject. There's an added bonus. Being sidetracked in a library is one of the most joyful things that can happen to you. I remember the wonder of discovering the British Library. I remember working on a project about the Iran-Iraq War in the 1980s, and somehow I found myself researching a group of Polish people who were refugees in Iran during the Second World War. It's also a great way to save money. Reference books can be quite pricey, but it costs nothing to use them in a library. Sign up to a library. The past 30 years have seen some of the most exciting technological breakthroughs in human history. Perhaps the most exciting is how technology has been democratized for consumers. I am going to make an assumption here that you have access to the internet. If you own a smartphone, you will have a magnificent journalistic toolkit in your pocket. I will tell you about a range of useful apps and sites that will make your life a lot easier. Most of the apps will have desktop versions that you can use from a tablet or a computer. Coming standard on the iPhone is voice memos. This is a simple, no-frills, easy-to-use voice recorder. Have a play with it. It's the first thing that you will get to use. You can also buy old-school, cheap voice recorders that will essentially do the same job. The problem with recording interviews is that you then need to transcribe them. It's a hell of a thankless but necessary job. It's so time-consuming, some of your hair might go white in the process, regardless of your age. But don't fret, technology to the rescue. A brilliant tool is otter.ai. Not only it records voice, but also it transcribes it. This has totally revolutionized my work. It is not perfect and it makes mistakes, but it makes life a lot easier. A free version is limited to 600 minutes per month of transcription, which I think is plenty when you're starting out. There's a really good desktop version as well. Google Translate is another tool that you will find really helpful, especially if you do international work. It's a very simple but powerful app. Now, a really good website if you are writing about any country and want quick facts. The CIA's The World Factbook. It is chock full of data from geography to economy to population to military infrastructure. It is very useful for adding color to your stories. Two things. First, give all of the tools I have introduced to you a little try. See how you like them. Second, go back to the list you made in your first exercise. Look at your global list and pick one of the countries. Now, take yourself to the World Factbook and have a spin. Happy travels.